Hello again. This is lesson 7 of Unit 2. Again, we are going to do some practice here. This time, you will be asked to describe a line graph. And you remember in Unit 1, we have discussed how to describe a line graph, and you were given a sample task there. So in this task, again, you have to write 150 words describing the line graph in the following slide. The same instructions here. You are expected to send back your writing in 2 days. After that, you will receive a model answer to compare your writing to it. So this is the typical thing from now on. Whenever we ask you to do a task, you have to do it within 2 or maybe 3 at most, 3 more days, and after that you will receive the model answer. This is the line graph. As you can see, the title is on top. Radio and television audiences in UK, October to December 1992. So this is the title. The key, you can see the colored lines, TV blue, and red color or brownish color, radio. Red color, it is red, yeah. And at the bottom, you have time of day, the horizontal axis. Can you see that? Time of day or night. And this is the time 1, 3, 5, 7. And here, these numbers represent the time 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, etc. The vertical axis represent the percentage of what? You can see again, these are the percentages, numbers, and the percentage of UK population, the people who, let's say, watch TV or listen to the radio over 4 years old. This is the age of people who watch TV or listen to the radio. This is just a reminder to remind you of the things that you need to bear in mind when describing a graph. In the introduction, we said that you need to have a starting phrase, uh, which includes the name of the graph. For example, the bar chart, the line graph, the pie chart, etc. This is the starting phrase, and then you have to include a verb. When you say the bar chart or the line graph shows, this is the verb. Then you have to use a verb. Then you have to include all the elements in the graph. If we have a percentage, you have to mention the word percentage. Number, you have to include the word number. Population, what else? So just like the previous pie charts, the sources of energy, and a place, if the place is mentioned, if a year is mentioned, all these elements, you need to include them. And then you have to give a general idea. And when you want to give a general idea, you have to start with a phrase which is usually in general. So this is for the introduction. And by the way, the same things could be used for describing a bar chart, a line graph, a pie chart, table, whatever. So this is a typical way of writing a report or a description. Now, in the body paragraphs, at least you have to have two ideas. You can put these two ideas in one paragraph, or you can put them in two paragraphs. And for each idea, you need to have an example. And the example sentence should start with a phrase, either for example or for instance. And you have to give details in the example. In the conclusion, you have to start with a phrase for the conclusion. And now you are familiar with the phrases. You can say in brief, in conclusion, to conclude, etc. These are the phrases to start the conclusion. And then you have to give a general idea. The general idea here should be another one, not the same one mentioned in the introduction.